Fulham is London's oldest professional football club. The club's rise to the Premier League came in 2001 after decades in lower tiers. The success of the 2008-2009 season, after the great escape of the previous season, made it seem like Fulham could be a club pushing for European spots consistently. Clint Dempsey also began to establish himself for the club, scoring an incredible chip to help push Fulham to the Europa League final, where they lost to Atletico Madrid. However, the departure of Dempsey a couple years later, and the arrival of the billionaire Khan family seemed to change the fortunes of the club for the worse. The first season with them in charge led to relegation and some tough seasons in the Championship. Fulham did get back to the Premier League in 2018-2019 season, but were relegated. Fulham are back up again after winning the promotion playoff final. The squad has been overhauled like the start of their last unsuccessful season in the Premier League. Can Fulham turn things around this time and establish themselves as a Premier League side again? What's bracking, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of my FIFA 21 Fulham career mode. Really excited to bring this content to you guys. This is probably the first time in a while I've actually found FIFA career mode to be pretty enjoyable. And so we'll go with the strict negotiation settings. I've actually enjoyed some parts of transfer logic, some parts I've enjoyed. I was thinking about disabling the transfer window because we have so many signings that were made by Fulham in real life that we're going to have to try to manage. And I didn't want to make it too unrealistic and sign like even more players. But nonetheless, we'll go into the scouting. So I decided to go defensive-minded for England, Italy, and the United States for 9 months. But I can call these scouts back if you guys have any suggestions for player types as well as countries to scout. Because basically the board objective, they want me to actually sign quite a few players right away to the youth academy. So Stefan Johansson will be leaving us on a 2.5 million euro deal to Sassuolo. Onoma will be going out on loan to Watford. I'm really hoping he can maybe have some sort of like loan glitch or something, so that way his potential as those overall can increase significantly, because I've always liked him in real life. So he's not amazing in FIFA, unfortunately. Seti going to Wolves for 7.7 million euros. Actually a bit surprised on that, but he's actually a player I really rated in real life. Unfortunately, things haven't worked out IRL for Fulham either. So this is going to be the squad we're going to see at the start. 4-1-4-1 with Mitrovic up top. Brian at the left mid spot. I've actually seen them doing that in real life. And I thought, okay, we have a very good young left back in Robinson, so we'll have him overlapping for Brian. And we'll see how it goes for a while. Then our captain, Tom Kearney, is going to be in the midfield next to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Then behind them is going to be Zambo Anguissa playing that CDM role. Lookman in that right mid spot. So of course we have those two of our players are on loan that are in the kind of in the midfield there, and Loftus-Cheek and Lookman. Then Robinson, of course, at the left back spot. I'm looking forward to seeing how Lookman grows, because I've always liked him in real life, and he's always been wonderful in FIFA. So I think he could be a really good addition for us and do fairly well on the wing. Then Robinson, being an American, I've always hoped to see him perform well for the club, and he's got tons of pace, and I've heard some very good reviews from him. The Anderson, another player on loan from I think it's Lyon, and we might end up having to buy him. And another player just recently bought on a full transfer. Adarabioyo is a very tall player. Is he like 6'5", and he's not too bad physically. 6'4", 172 pounds. So pretty stocky guy. Not the best pace, but he's fairly physical. And then Kenny Tete is going to be our right back, and another transfer in. So that's just a lot of players transferred in for this squad who are loaned in. It's a pretty big squad overhaul, and of course Ariola in nets. I know a lot of Fulham fans really want to see Rodek starting, and I think that's something we probably will make happen in the second season. On the bench, you guys saw De Cordova, Reed, Kamara, Lamina, then Aina, Cabano. Reed, I think, can end up featuring a bit more, but I'm not too huge on particularly using Lamina and Aina at the moment, just because I feel we have better options who are either on loan or signed to the club, and we'll see. I'm not sure. We'll probably have a vote, I'm thinking, at the end of the season to which loan players we should buy. So first match of the season against Sheffield United, they almost come out with a huge free kick goal against us right away. I have to say this legendary competitor mode can be pretty challenging at times, but I think it started to crack a little bit later on. But a good ball played here through Loftus-Cheek on his debut, trying to score that. Unfortunately, a very good save from the Sheffield goalkeeper. Ball is going to look like we could have had maybe a chance in the second ball, but nothing came out of that. And just, they always find the really good second pass, but I played all these games before what I think might have been a patch, and things were a bit different. I think you can see a few games in, but very good save nonetheless again from Ariola. He's kept us in this game. 2 huge saves. to keep us at this 0-0 result so far. But McGoldrick, really good finish. It seems like the CPU just always loves going for those side netting kind of across goal finishes in that area, and they're really hard to stop for your goalkeepers. But 1-0, tough start to the match. Obviously we had one really good chance that we could not finish from Loftus-Cheek, but I think Sheffield probably deserves the result they're at so far. But some really good hold-up play from Mitrovic. He's getting bumbled over, but a great hit from Loftus-Cheek. What a debut for the man. That was a wonderful hit for him. I have not taken too many long shots in previous FIFAs because it seemed like they weren't really the thing to do, especially like one-time shots. But I've noticed in this kind of this area, you can see they really do work out from time to time, and that was a really good hit to bring things level. The Mitrovic latching that on to the new signing in Loftus-Cheek, the most handsome man in England, I'll say. That was a very beautiful goal, and I think Mitrovic really showing how overpowered he honestly is. Yeah, you'll see it a lot in this episode. Mitrovic is absolute tank in FIFA 21 career mode. With it, target men are just seem to be wonderful this year, because that hold up play was incredible, and he's gonna be dominating a lot. You'll see in this episode. But some good build up play. Lookman back to just kind of a triangle between Loftus-Cheek, our right back Tete, and Lookman. Mitrovic going to hold up the play. Kearney is going to play the ball through to Zambo Anguissa. A nice little late run to Loftus-Cheek. He's going to dink that near post. Mitrovic has a man beat, and he's going to head that in near post for a lovely finish. So first goal was Mitrovic assisting Loftus-Cheek, and the second goal is going to be the other way around, with Loftus-Cheek assisting Mitrovic, and that was a really good job for him. Nice to see that headers are actually somewhat useful now, because as much as I'm kind of a purist of the game sometimes, I like to be able to have a target man to cross to who actually can win like headers, and they'll genuinely go on goal and not just sky over every time. So really good goal though. It looks like that could wrap things up. 75th minute, a great little comeback there, as it seemed like Sheffield kind of had things in their hands and kind of dominating quite a few portions of the game. I also had to kind of deal with that terrible like kit clashing. I think there's a way to change it, but I didn't really take the time to check to see if there's any way to actually change the kits. Like, because of course before you could just do it easily, but now things are different, and it's a new FIFA. But I'm enjoying it so far. Now, second match of the season is going to be here against Liverpool. Tosin, though, I just want to show this man is 70 rated, but he is an absolute beast. He wins the ball a lot for me and just locks down some really good players. Looks like they just scuffed a chance, though, with Salah there. But Kearney going to get in behind. It looks like he can make something happen. Going to play the ball back here to Zambo Anguissa. Going to have a go, and a great save from Alisson to just tip that over. It looked like that was going top bins, and you see the beautiful buttocks heater and just a fresh pink kit. And Mitrovic, what a goal. He is going to be an absolute beast on these corner kicks. He is just you'll see him, he wins like almost every corner kick. It doesn't matter if he gets it on target. And that is, I think he was marked for a second by Van Dijk, but I think Fabinho should have been marking him. Like, he just kind of slipped between those two. You can see on this replay. Van Dijk had him for a second. Ball went right over him, and he beats Fabinho for the header. I believe that was. Yeah, it is. So just on target, and I think there's gonna be quite a few more goals to be scoring on those corners. Just in general, corners seem to be OP again. Is this like FIFA? I remember FIFA 13, FIFA 14. It was like that, and the man is rightfully hyped up, going 1-0 up against Liverpool here at Anfield. So now trying to push forward, grab another goal. It seems like in competitor mode, especially, these teams are really vulnerable. Loftus-Cheek with the cross back post, but just a little bit too much onto it, and Mitrovic cannot get to that. That was a sure goal there. And now things are going to change for the worse. 70th minute, Mane is going to finish that chance, played through. For some reason, my scoreboard was glitched also. That was a bit annoying. But Mane showing his class, and that's really all it takes in this game, especially with considering the fact that AI defending is not the best. Your midfielders don't really track runs. They don't really help out too much, so it really puts a lot of pressure on you. It looks like they're going to grab the lead here in the 83rd minute, but a really good save. Being strong on that near post was Areola. And again, not much support here from the midfield. We do a good job winning the ball initially. Zambo Anguissa is a beast. He's incredible in the midfield. He's winning the ball, but those dragbacks killed us. And just it's really hard even to control the whole back line by yourself because players don't track runs. And it showed there. A fortunate goal to give up, losing this one late. I was hoping we could at least grab a point. That would have been huge, grabbing a point away against Liverpool. But it just was not meant to be on that night. But other than like the other AI issues, I think the game has been pretty entertaining, I have to say, so far. But 2-1 loss, second match of the season. Some promising stuff, though. I think our midfield is playing well. Our attack is creating some chances. And our individual defense is not too bad from time to time. But, like, just your guys lose the marks all the time. So Fulham against Chelsea now. Chelsea is actually struggling so far in the season. Even before this match, they were in the relegation zone. I mean, that's obviously 2 matches in, but they're struggling. Loftus-Cheek, though, to Mitrovic, to Kieran. He's going to have a go. Very good save near post from Kepa. Didn't put enough on it to really challenge too much, nonetheless. But here is a great ball from Loftus-Cheek to Mitrovic, and he is going to power this into the side netting. What a freaking hit. I remember being able to score a lot of those goals back in older FIFAs, and it seems like that is the thing to do. Even for the CPU, they score a lot of stuff like that, I've noticed so far. And there's like just so many twins in the audience, I've noticed also, as a random little afterthought. But a wonderful goal for Mitrovic. He has been incredible so far this season. What is this? 3 goals, 3 matches, and he is only going to get better, it looks like. Because, I mean, he still has a pretty good potential on him. I think he's going to end up surpassing that for sure, and we'll see how he continues to grow. Now, back out on this wing here, 1-0. A little bit of luck. Tete here to Mitrovic. Going to find Lookman. Going to play the ball through to Kearney, and that is an incredible goal. Some good team play. Just finding that final pass to make things 2-0 here. So, at home, the audience here is going crazy. The fans are going crazy here at the Craven Cottage, and that is rightful 2-0 lead. So we're really dominating this match, and Chelsea wasn't doing too much whatsoever. I don't know what it is with their form, because obviously in game they just have incredible players. They have Havertz, they have Werner, they have just Pulisic. There's so many players to their liking, but I know a lot of it has to do with kind of the coding with form and stuff like that. But first goal of the season for our captain, and on the corner kick. Mitrovic, can you grab a second? And he does. As what I was saying, guys, he's going to be scoring a lot of corners now. He's an absolute beast on these set pieces, and he makes it 3-0. With his second goal of the game was at 5 so far on the season. And I did decide to actually sim this. Was it actually 4-0? Or did I? No. Oh yeah, I forgot to show another goal that was scored on the sim here. So Kearney grabbed a second. So a brace from both Mitrovic and Kearney makes things for a 4-2-0 win for us. So it's kind of nice to have that feature, just because if a game's boring, I can sim through, and makes it easier for YouTube and editing. So we did sell Le Marchand for 1.45 mil to Bologna. So just another kind of excess player we can get rid of. Another player who actually was hoping would do well in real life, because I have actually watched quite a bit of the French league and was hoping him and Sergi would do well, but didn't work out too much for them in real life. Nonetheless, we do win this match here, the Sin match. Just throughout the second squad, you can see Adoy, Reed, and whatever, grab the goals. Now against Leicester City in this match, and they're pretty good in game, I've noticed, for the most part. We're actually giving the Cordova Reed the start at the left mid spot in this one. Good ball to Kearney over top. He's going to play this first time to Loftus-Cheek. Unfortunately, we cannot get to the end of that header, and now Tielemans going to have the ball here, play the ball through to Vardy, going to try to set him off goal, and a good little tackle, but he finds the sweat Ndidi, and that is a goal in the end. Like I said, Ararabi Oyo is incredible. I'll call him Tosin from now on, but he's been incredible for us, and he should have rightfully had that just tackle, but it seems like tackles can be a bit annoying from time to time. Now they're trying to find the second pass here again. It looks like Vardy, some very good patience, is going to go across goal, but a great save by Areola, and Kearney is going to pick up the pieces right there and try to play out the back. Nothing came out from it, however, and now they're going to play this really well worked set piece, and Areola's gonna have another great first post save in the end there. So some good work from them. Oof, I thought he actually blocked it for a second. If that would have been actually terrible, if that would have happened, probably would have been a goal. But we're getting back in the game a little bit more here with Mitrovic holding up the play, playing the ball through to Kearney. Gotta try to finish this chance, and a very good save from the goalkeeper there. And a corner. Like I said before, Mitrovic, this is his thing right here. Set pieces, the man of set pieces is going to sky up to this header. He's going to win it. Unfortunately, he skies that well over the bar. So, unfortunately, could not score a goal off of that set piece. I mean, he's 2 for 3 so far this year. And Jordan Henderson has been a confirmed transfer to Bayern Munich. You can see in the back there. And a great goal again from Mitrovic after a lovely cross from Lookman to make things 1-1. So, a very good cross from the man on the right wing. Lookman hadn't really been too active in these matches, honestly. I was hoping to get a little bit more from him, or else I might have to maybe make a change. But we don't have too many options on the wing. I kind of want to wait to bring someone into the winter transfer window. So just lost their mark there, looks like, on Mitrovic, and very well could have been kept out of the net, but we get a little bit of luck maybe with that rebound. So Mitrovic trying to look for another pass. Samongisa back to Loftus-Cheek. He's going to look for another pass here to Lookman, who's going to have a go in first post and a very good save again from the Leicester City goalkeeper. So another chance on the corner. We're going to try to clear some space for Mitrovic. First post. He's got this. And unfortunately, that one goes right in the hands of the goalkeeper. This time, Schmeichel is in net, actually. And unfortunately, we lose focus. 70th minute, 2-1, and Leicester City finds a way to come back there. So it seemed like the momentum was actually in our hands for a bit there in the second half, but things did get away from us. Again, a corner, though. Mitrovic just goes wide again. So not the best conversion rate on his corners this match, but we end up losing that one 2-1. Pretty challenging fixture. I mean, we created, especially on the set pieces, seems to be the thing. I don't know if any of you guys who are playing FIFA 21 so far have noticed that set pieces are pretty overpowered, but they do seem to be quite overpowered for us, at least. But we're gonna take a look at some of the guys we do have in the youth academy so far. Engen looks pretty good. Thompson was a young American winger. I got 17 years old. Good pace. He's only 3-star, but we'll see how he works out. I think we kind of probably won't use the youth academy too much, but again, it is part of our objectives, so we probably should focus on it slightly here and there. So now in this match against West Ham, 6 minutes in, Lookman's going to get back here on this wing. He's got some space. He's going to play the ball to Mitrovic, and that is a great ball in. So another assist from him in this in this episode, and Lookman's really getting into some form, which is wonderful to see. Of course, the young player has not had the best of luck in his career since kind of leaving Charlton. Everton Leipzig neither really seemed to work out for him, but Fulham's trying to turn things around from him, and he's supplying Mitrovic with another goal in the end there. So Mitrovic has been incredible for us, and it looks like we have some other goals coming in the second half. A ball played over the top from Loftus-Cheek to Mitrovic. He's got to settle this one down and hit it. It just did not put enough on that. That was a really just kind of reaction save from the West Ham goalkeeper, and that looks like it should have been a goal. Just got a hand to that one, but probably should have done better with that chance, Mitrovic. But set piece, Mitrovic, back of the net. I mean, I don't know if I should maybe do something different on set pieces, because it's almost like it's an automatic shot on target or test of the goalkeeper at the least. That's something. If you guys just want me to like play corner short just because it's getting annoying already, I can certainly do that. But now West Ham has a chance on this set piece. Set piece in general overpowered. We do gets a paw on that one. Areola gets to that one and hits that out for a corner kick. But set pieces are pretty overpowered from the CPU. Sometimes they have some really good like set piece plays going on also, I've noticed, which can make some things difficult from us from time to time. The ball played out here, not the best punch out from Areola. Snodgrass does lose the ball. Kearney going to get to this one, cut the ball back to to Reed. Mitrovic, he's got some numbers. Going to play the ball through to Lookman. Very good ball from Zombo. Play the ball back post to Reed, and he's going to grab a goal. So Reed has actually gotten some opportunities on that left mid spot, and he hasn't really done too much, honestly, but I thought we could maybe use the pace compared to Brian and a little bit more skill in the attack. But we do end up winning that one 3-0. Pretty simple match. We still have a few more matches in this episode. Like, this is going to be a pretty kind of quick fire career mode, in the fact that we're going to try to have at least like 8 to 10 matches an episode, so I do want to try to get through this pretty quickly. But this match now, Spurs away, and So far, Mitrovic has 7 goals in 5 games. Projected goals are 53. He's projected to score 53 goals, which is well past the competition record. Just look at how beautiful that man is. Very serious. But Reed is going to play the ball here to Loftus-Cheek. Play the ball through to Reed. Back, and unfortunately, that's a very good deflection or block from the Spurs defender. But some good work from Loftus-Cheek, who has been kind of quiet in these last few matches. He had a good ball played over the top to Mitrovic. Other than that, he hasn't done too much attacking-wise or defensively, in all honesty. Mitrovic still going to be played somewhat through. Reed's going to have the ball here. He's going to try to put one in. It looks like actually a good cutback in the end. He's going to play it now back post to Loftus-Cheek. Unfortunately, did not take that first time. I tried to settle it down, and that is out for a corner. Though. So Mitrovic going to head this one, unfortunately, well into the stands, but he again was able to somehow get on the end of that one. It's just ridiculous, honestly, how much he's winning these chances. And Robinson, the young American, gets absolutely cooked right there by Bergwijn. Wow. That is an incredible goal from the winger there to put them up 1-0. Just look at it. It's beautiful. The skills, the kind of agile dribbling, all that going on, I'm guessing. And he puts that one in the back into the side netting for a 1-0 lead here in the 64th minute. And we haven't created too much. Things are only going to get worse, it looks like, as Tottenham's going to go forward. Play the ball through to Ali. Dele Alli is going to hit that pass. Areola. They probably could have done a little bit better on that shot, to be honest. Could have been a bit stronger, not gone down so quickly, but looks like it's going to be a 2-0 loss in this one well into the 80th minute unless we can find something quick. But yeah, that is how it ended. So they ended up simming another League Cup match against Sheffield Wednesday. Didn't care, threw a backup lineup and we lost that. The board does want us to try to do well in the FA Cup, so I'll just try to meet the objective, which is like this, was it round of 16 or something they want us to make in the FA Cup. Now playing here against Manchester United at the Craven Cottage. And so far, Mitrovic is leading in the Golden Boot race, 7 goals. Salah behind him with 6. Alassane Pla is actually signed for Arsenal, and it has 5 goals in the season. I've always liked another player I liked in real life, as well as in foot. He's really overpowered. But now great work from Fernandes to Robinson. Not Robinson, excuse me. Who was that? Who scored that goal? Oh, okay. Fernandes ended up winning that. I'm not sure who got the initial assist, but they kind of carved this up from time to time in this one. Fernandes did a really good job getting to that just kind of layoff. But we do have a chance here now. Mitrovic getting down the wing, going to try to cut the ball back, it looks like. And it goes to Lookman, back to Kearney. That was a terrible run. Actually, this is an absolutely terrible run from Lookman. I don't know what he was doing. He was right on my ass. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll play it through him. And somehow it worked out. And Kearney gets to the end of that, and that makes things 1-1. We'll take it, but AI, I don't know what they were doing right there. That positioning is just dreadful. De Gea is angry. I mean, the commentators are saying he'd done better on that. Nothing really done. But Loftus-Cheek going to get to this ball played over the top. Going to cut the ball back to Lookman. Going to have a snapshot here. Unfortunately, De Gea makes a really good save. Just gets a paw on that. It looked like that could have been hitting the back of the net. Now Loftus-Cheek going to try to play this one up to Mitrovic. Unfortunately, is again blocked. Kearney's going to get the second ball and another good save from De Gea. But 1-1, and we are actually really threatening the goal at the moment. And again, a set piece. Mitrovic, can you get to it? He does, but that is well over the bar. They just got to put the whole team on him, man, because look at that. He's got Alaba on his shoulders. He's just grabbing onto him. And Fernandes out here now to Vishka. Going to play the ball, try to play the ball back into the middle. Some good hold-up play, a little drag back. And that is a huge save from Areola. Keeping us in the game. He's been incredible for us so far, but it's up to you guys if we have Rodak take over. But a wonderfully worked set piece to put things 2-1 up for Manchester United now. So that set piece was really well worked, and it was kind of cool to see an actual seemed like kind of a drawn up set piece almost from the computer being used there. Something I would like to have back in the game, kind of more like the whole being able to create your own set pieces and actually have them work in game and stuff like that would be nice. Unless it's been added and I'm not aware. So it's already 2-1, ball played through to Fernandes. Very good save, Areola, to keep things in our favor possibly. So maybe one more attack here. It looks like actually going to the final minute now. Mitrovic loses the ball. Pogba's going to play the ball forward, and Vishka's going to get the ball back into Martial, and he's going to put that in the back of the net. So 3-1 loss against Manchester United. I think I may have changed to Ultimate. Actually, I think I did change to Ultimate at one point after beating Chelsea, so just so it'd be a little bit more difficult. And it felt like that game was actually just a little bit more of a challenge compared to some of the previous fixtures. But now going into another match here against Newcastle United at St. James Park. And first action is going to come from Newcastle. Callum Wilson back to Rafael Borre. To Shelvey. Going to play it across, but Tete with incredible block there. Just getting in between that sweat across to keep things level. Now, De Cordova, Reed being played over the top. He's going to have to look for the pass here. Looks like he has a possible cutback to Kearney. And a huge block from the Newcastle defender. Again, Reed, tons of space. They were giving him tons of space on the wing. Here to Kearney. Going to try to take that one first time. Could have maybe played that one across back to Loftus-Cheek because he looked like he had a chance again. Now Reed, again, being left wide open. I don't know if this was their strategy. Just cannot get the pass across. This match definitely made me kind of iffy on Reed because he just cannot find the final pass the way we really needed him to. I'm not sure what was going with the CPU there. I thought they had a little bit clearer chance, but a huge save from Ariola on that ball played through. Now you're just going to be played through on goal, it looks like. Is he going to try to go for that interesting angled finish again and just over the bar this time? Of course, Chelsea, he scored an absolute screamer into that side netting. This time did not work out for him. Now 82nd minute, Newcastle playing a guy through here. Hayden, it looks like, and he puts that one in the back of the net. Just did not get enough help from our defense and midfield tracking the run, but also lost the ball in a terrible spot. Now Kearney doing a good job with his patience, dribbling ability, holding on the ball, some good passing and vision. Seeing that Mitrovic is left onside, not being marked very well, you cannot leave the beautiful Mitrovic in that position. He's been such a career mode and football manager god for so many years. It just feels right, seeing this man do well on your career mode save and with a game face and all. It's kind of awesome when you think about the history of him in career mode and football manager and all that. So we'll take the 1-1 draw. We're doing fairly well so far in the season. I think at this point we're about 10th or so, and that's obviously kind of where they want us to finish. The board actually said mid-table, and in real life, you just want to avoid relegation because at least the initial squad that Fulham put out this season was not the best. But Southampton playing some good play through, just kind of 1-2s. It looked like he had a chance on goal. Accidentally fouled them there with Anthony Robinson, and the youngster making a bit of a mistake there. He's been pretty solid so far this season. But a huge save from Ariola, getting down to that one quickly and just changing the momentum right away. We're actually going to go on a counter here. Brian is going to get the start back in the left mid spot again. Like I said before, I wasn't too impressed by reading that last match, but Loftus-Cheek can be getting the ball here in a good advanced position. Mitrovic going to find on the wing Joe Bryan, and he is going to play a beauty of a cross to Loftus-Cheek. And 13 minutes in, he awards his spot with his kind of position back in the spot in the starting lineup with an incredible goal there to Loftus-Cheek. And things are going to keep going. Mitrovic is going to just go right over the bar, but we are just absolutely peppering their goal now. The ball is being played through to Mitrovic, 1v1. Unfortunately, again, is missing that chance. So he's been incredible so far, but looks like he might not be having his best day out there, so it's up to other guys to carry him around. Mitrovic, a good layoff there. Kearney somehow holds on to this. Big man. I don't know what the midfielder or defender was doing there. We'll take it. Kearney just probably should have lost the ball. I don't know what happened with the physics or whatever happened there, but we'll go with that 2-0 lead. Is that Kearney his fourth goal of the season? He's been very solid for us. I remember him having that one brace against Chelsea, and that certainly helped his goal tally go up a little bit. Lookman with a very good run, curling around that defense. He's got a man here, a back post, and it is going to be played back across to Kearney to grab his second goal of the game. So Lookman has been really active so far this season. He's actually just tearing apart Ryan Bertrand right there, just getting by him with some beautiful dribbling. He's going to play the ball back into Mitrovic, who's going to grab his goal. He hasn't had the best day out there, so I was hoping I'd get him a goal to get him back in the swing of things, get him back in the form, so you can just see the ball go in the back of the net and can forget about those misses he had early on the match. So 4-0 victory for us. Very good performance all around. I think we've got a couple more matches left in this episode. And you can see actually a new kind of feature here is if players are on loan and they don't get the minutes they are hoping, things are you could actually possibly lose their loan. So that could happen for us with Aina and Lamina, and we'll see what happens in the end. But Everton now getting right in this matchup, and they end up peppering us really quickly. Ariola had a great save you saw to start out, but James is going to take advantage of his chance. Love the way they're playing in real life, but it's unfortunate to see them kind of dominating in that way. I've always had a kind of a soft spot for them, obviously being American, considering the fact they had quite a few American players on their books for a while. But good work from them. Who was that, Gomes or Sigurdsson, that would just absolutely could not be pushed off the ball. I thought we won the ball for a second, but things didn't work out for us. But Brian's going to play the ball across now to Mitrovic. So we're going to go back 2-1, keeping things close. Everton's absolutely dominating us, but very good run in behind from Brian, testing that fullback, and he's going to play the ball across for Mitrovic to grab another goal this season. He's been incredible. Now Lookman out on this wing doesn't have a chance. He's been very good at picking out that final pass. Tries to play the ball across, but unfortunately things didn't work. I didn't really have enough runs in that instance either. 52nd minutes. Tosin does a good job binding up for a second, but James, man, he's playing like he is an absolute just truck out there, holding on that ball like nothing. That's really just kind of a thing that really good players have. But I offside trapped, win the ball, lose the ball right away, and it is 3-1 to Everton now. It looks like they're going to run away with it. I thought we played them offside with Tosin, but they are going to grab the second ball after a very strong save from Ariola. So this match is going to end 4-1, it looks like. But, yeah, I jumped the result. I said, F it. We actually ended at 4-2 because I simmed, and I think Mitrovic grabbed another goal. So good for him, good for his goal tally, but I couldn't bear to play that any longer. But it looks like actually going to take a look at some of our players we have here in the squad hub in our youth academy. So Donahue, exciting prospect goalkeeper. I think him and Rodak could definitely be our future goalkeepers. This is actually kind of the rounding up the episode stage. And then Rodak, 75 overall at age 23. And I think he's got decent potential. So we'll see how he fares. And of course, Ariola would be pretty expensive. He's on loan with us. He's obviously a quality goalkeeper. Anthony Robinson, the young American, up to 75 overall. So +2 to his attributes. And of course, he's got a lot of pace. Then a couple other guys we've got here with this Joe Bryan, set up to 75 overall. He's 27 years old, but I think with maybe he'll grow a little bit more with the potential, hidden potential and all that, the dynamic potential, excuse me. Louis Long, actually a very pacey and physical New Zealand center back. He's got really good pace and strength it is. So if he can just grow in his defensive attributes more, he could actually be a really good option at center back, but he's only 5'9", so he would be undersized center back for sure. I kind of changed his development plan off screen for a second there. Reem, the American who's had hundreds of appearances for Fulham since joining them, is down to 68 overall. I think it's for sure his last season with the club. Now Anderson, the Danish center back, is at up to 78 overall, and he's got some good improvements. So I think he's a guy we'll probably end up buying for a full transfer. Actually, Michael Hector, a backup center back for us, the Jamaican international, is up to 73. But Adarabioyo is up to the 72 overall. Of course, he's got wonderful physical attributes. He's huge, but he's also not terribly slow. He feels really good when you're controlling him, so that's the main thing. Sessigno's out on loan. I hope he kind of grows a bit more. Then Kenny Tete is up to 78 overall. He's got not blistering pace, but I feel like pace isn't as important at times this FIFA. Harrison Reed hasn't really played too much other than the cup matches. Up to 74, I think he has a 78 overall potential. Maybe you can surpass it. I know who I've said before I don't really plan to use. If you guys do think I should use him more, I might, but I'm not really sure in all honesty. Now, Mario Lamina is actually kind of growing in some attributes, even though I haven't used him. Again, he's on loan. Loftus-Cheek, I think we're going to bring him in on permanent. I'm not sure. It has grown by a point. Zombo up to 79 with some really good improvements to his physicals and technicals, and he is just incredibly overpowered in my opinion in game. He's a wonderful player. Onoma hasn't grown yet on loan, unfortunately. Kearney is actually growing slightly despite being 29, but I think it might end up being with his last couple of seasons with the club. I think he'll kind of move into a backup role after. Lookman up to the 77 overall, and of course he's got pace. He's really good dribbling. I'm trying to work more on his passing, just because that's kind of an issue with him at the moment. His pass. Caballero, I know is pacey, but I actually am adding on the transfer list. I know people in real life don't really rate him too much. Engen is up to the 60, up to the 61 overall, no training or anything. But I do need to get his match sharpness up. I do need to just train kind of more of these youth academy players, it looks like, also. So we'll make sure we do that and keep things kind of going. But he is showing great potential. So I didn't show that before, but he does have showing great potential. I'm actually going to put Knocker on the transfer list. I don't rate him in real life. I don't know why they signed him. He's just a championship player in my opinion, but so we'll try to get rid of him in the winter transfer window, which is not too far away. So Thompson got pace, 3-star, medium, and he was showing great potential, I believe. Timmy Abraham has a bit of pace to him, and we'll try to maybe train him up. Eventually, he could possibly play for us. Cordova Reed. He's actually not done terribly in his couple of appearances here. I think we can maybe start to use Kamara Rona a bit more, maybe on the wing also if we need to. I might train him into the left mid or left wing spot because he does have some pace. Pretty strong. Mitrovic, though, up to 79 overall. I think we could definitely see dynamic potential coming into play with him. I really hope he can grow into just an incredible player for us throughout. But yeah, it's been really fun playing these matches so far, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I know I'm probably not the best commentator. I'll try to get things like squared up when it comes to that, but it's going to take a while. I haven't really done too many career modes like this post-com in a long time, and obviously talking for like 38 minutes is a lot for me. But we're in the 11th place spot at the moment, and there's not enough of a gap in my opinion first between the relegation zone, but we're still only 7 points away also from a European spot. But considering the fact we've played United and they torched us, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, no, I think we played Arsenal. I can't remember. Everton just destroyed us. I think we're kind of like at that mid-table kind of level. So I think if we finish like in the 8th or 9th spot, that would be fine. So we actually have already finished our youth development objectives. So the objective was to sign at least 3 players younger than 23 years old, younger than 20 years old, and their potential needed to be like higher than the average player of the position. And we needed to sign 3 players who were in the defender spot, and then domestic success, they basically just want us to win, to be mid-table, and then win the Premier League in like 4 seasons. So with that, I think that kind of rounds things out for this episode. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I love you, baby. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.